Hi everyone, I'm Mark from Folkway Music. I hope you're all doing well. I'll give you a little backstory about the guitar I'm holding right here. A number of years ago, a client of ours, a client turned friend, Joe Henry, came to me with a request to help him find a great triple O 12 fret guitar. Joe and I go back many, many years. I've hooked him up with a number of fabulous vintage guitars and a couple of fabulous Martin guitars over the years. And one of his favorites, one of my favorites, is a 13 fret rosewood Nick Lucas model that I converted to a pin bridge from an original trapeze bridge for him. He loves that guitar and was looking for a triple O, Martin style triple O that had some of the sonic characteristics of that Nick Lucas, but retained a lot of the fundamental characteristics of the Martin triple O 12 fret. And I said, well, you're not going to find that. We have to make that guitar. And Joe had recently been playing his Collings Julian Lodge model frequently and loving it. And he hooked himself up with a few other Collings, modern Collings that he uses a lot in the studio and on tour. And I said, well, you're friends with Collings. Let's design like the Joe Henry Collings, the guitar that's going to just do what you want it to do. We all know Collings and we love their guitars, and let's just tweak their triple O 12 fret model and make it exactly as you need it to be. And so that's what we have here. So this is the custom, is our version of the custom created Collings triple O that I designed for Joe. Joe loved it so much, and also the guys at Collings loved it so much that they decided to release a limited production run of 25 instruments of the same specs. And we finally received them. We have this righty model here, and we have a lefty that I'll show you in a bit. And they arrived on Friday, and this is the first I've seen them. I opened the boxes up about 10 minutes ago and figured we'd shoot a video right away. Anyways, so Joe's Nick Lucas model is a very lightly built guitar, very responsive. It's Brazilian rosewood. It's a 12 fret neck. It's a short scale. It's a deep body. It's an L00 shape, so it's a little bit smaller than the Martin size triple O, the Collings triple O, as you want to call it. But it's a super light and responsive guitar with a succinct bass response that's warm and open. And so that's what we were going for. So we started with the regular triple O 28 platform, which is spruce, rosewood, 12 fret guitar. And then we had some fun playing with the variables. First off, it has a red spruce top on it. I can't remember a red spruce top Collings that I didn't think was amazing, and so that was our default. Usually these days when builders build with a red spruce top, they use red spruce braces for extra stiffness. The vintage Martin guitars, if this was a triple O 28 from 1929, it wouldn't have red spruce braces, it would have Sitka spruce braces. And I feel that that's an important characteristic of the sound of those golden era Martins, is the fact that they're using Sitka spruce braces with a red spruce top. So first off, we got this guitar made with Sitka braces. It has the red spruce top, and it has a deep body, which is critical to the design. The body on this guitar is about a ½ inch deeper than a normal triple O 28 or triple O 2H, either or. And yeah, so the deep body increases the air volume inside the guitar, which is going to change the resonant frequency of the instrument, give you, in theory, a bigger, warmer, darker bass end. And so that's another important characteristic. And then we made sure that it had a short scale on it to really bring out some of that Gibson-y warmth. A lot of the triple O size 12 frets that you see in the world are long scale guitars, meaning 25.4 inches. And this is a 24 7/8 scale length, which is closer to that Gibson Nick Lucas scale, which was even shorter than this. It has a pyramid bridge. It has wide string spacing of 2 5/16, but it has 1 3/4 at the nut and a pretty comfortable rounded neck carve to it. So it doesn't feel when you're right-handed, on your left hand like a Martin V-neck. It has much more of a rounded feel to it. And your right hand doing the picking has enough space. It has a vintage string spread. A Nick Lucas would have 2 3/8 string spread at the bridge. This is 2 5/16. It's pretty darn close. You'll be hard pressed to hear the difference. Then for cosmetic touches, we went with a Cremona Sunburst, a dark sunburst, which Collings nailed. It's an amazingly beautiful finish. And the idea here was to be reminiscent of the 30s Gibson, early 30s Gibson Cremona burst, like the one behind me, just in a modern sunburst lacquer. It has traditional appointments. It's a traditional packaged guitar, so it has a thinner finish on it, and wooden rosette and herringbone and vintage toned finish over the headstock with a darker gold mother of pearl kind of logo. And then we opted to put Waverly 3 on the strip tuners, again reminiscent of the guitars from the late 20s that this is inspired by. And the end result is great. This is the first this guitar was played. It got taken out of the box about 10 minutes ago. And it's warm and dark and smoky, and the trebles have lots of meat and oomph and power to them. So it does what we were hoping it would do. Down-tuned and into some drop tunings, it would be even more expressive. But unlike most videos where you see me try to play guitar upside down, and unsuccessfully largely, I have a lefty, because why not order a lefty too, right? So it's the same guitar, except that this one is left-handed. I have to set it up for my attack. It's set up a little lower than I like my own guitars. Haven't done that yet, so I'll have to play very carefully on the high notes. So new out of the box, I really can't complain. I will tweak the setup and raise the action a little bit on the treble side for my own playing, and just listen to it as it opens up. For a guitar that really has been strummed about that much since it got taken out of its case for the first time since leaving the factory, it's pretty stinking great. So I'm excited. Lefties, you'll have to figure out a way to pry this out of my hands. But righties, we got you covered. We got one here in stock. Anyways, I hope some of you local watchers will be able to come to the store and try this guitar out. There are no more left. Collings has sold out of them. And I hope that they will release this as a standard model, or at least remember the specs so that you can ask them for it down the road. But yeah, pretty exciting. It was a fun day, and it's a very exciting guitar for those of us here that are big fans of both vintage Gibsons and vintage Martins and new Collings. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Take care.